Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do an analysis for dollar yen. We have a trade setup developing and we don't want to miss that because it could give us like 300 and more pips. So let's get going and start off with the daily time frame. So if you remember, long story short, USD yen is in a big uptrend. Then it made this pullback. Afterwards, the price started to increase in a slow manner, then dropped again, made a new higher high, dropped another time, then pushed back up again, tagging this previous top all the way here or even breaking it at some point, but with a few pips, so it doesn't matter. Then it started to push back down. As you can see, zooming in this area here, we had this ending structure for that particular trend on the 4 hours and 1 hour, but we can see this also on the daily. We broke out, consolidated, and then the price pulled back towards this fair value gap area that we have highlighted here. And then, as you can see, the price started to push back up. Then we had our consolidation, move up. This is our bullish reaction, and our target is towards this previous higher high. So from this moment in time, you can see we have like 340 pips towards that level. So this could be a good scenario on the daily, take into consideration. So for that, we have to pay close attention here to wait for a consolidation. Either the price will move sideways and then it will give us a reaction and start moving back up, breaking this top. And the second possibility here on the daily is that the price will drop here, fill this fair value gap level that we have, and then push back up again, okay? Now let's head over to the 4-hour time frame and see what happens inside this zone. So like I was saying, the price bottomed here in that fair value gap level that I was talking about on the daily. Then it started to move back up, still was in a downtrend. Then after the price broke this area, this was the first sign that it will go back up. Then pulled back, another wave up, higher high, pull back, and then it find the top here. And afterwards, it made this consolidation, okay? We didn't have a setup here, unfortunately, that we could have taken. It would have been just one on the lower time frames before the NFP, and I'm gonna go through that in a minute and why is it dangerous to trade like that. So the only thing is that the price reached this level here, found some support at this order block area, and then started to push back up, breaking the trend line, and now it is consolidating. So like I was saying on the daily, wait for a pullback, one of the options, or wait for the price to consolidate here, and then if you get a bullish reaction, then go with the trade. There's also a possibility that you might not get the setup as yet because the price might start to go back up like this, but at some point it will have to pull back, and most likely, even if this goes higher like that, it will definitely come back to the core zone, which is this one here. So eventually the price will have to pull back and then go back up, okay? So no need to panic if the price doesn't give you a setup, because at some point it will definitely have to. It will have to pull back, and then we'll wait for the price to give us that reaction. So now let's move over to the lower time frame and explain to you guys what happened here inside this zone. So like I was saying, this was prior to the NFP event. You can see this move happened on Friday just before the NFP release. The price started increasing slowly from Thursday, and then on Friday made this top here, then it pulled back just before the news, and then as you can see the price spiked up, and the rest is history, okay? So let me go through a couple of reasons here why this trade wasn't valid. It would have been a 50-50 trade, so there's no need to play it like that, because then you can easily go to the casino and it's the same thing. So as you can see here, the trend was pretty strong towards the downside, then it gave us this false hope, which is a bull trap, followed by this consolidation, which eventually pulled back down, break the low again, made a new lower low, and then if you look at the price action, you can see here that the price is moving in a slow manner correctively, and normally this is a continuation for the trend to go in the same direction that it did previously, okay? But sometimes it can start a new move from a corrective pattern. So in this case, you can see the outcome here because the price went back up, but we didn't get any setup because the price didn't broke any of the previous lower highs. Only here was the first one when the news event happened and it was too late. So the only way you could have traded this is by looking at this being a break of structure, pullback, and then put your entry somewhere above this area here. But if you know a thing or two about trading before news events, if that happens, if you would have placed your trade here, it would have opened you guys maybe somewhere around this level here, because there's pretty hard to find liquidity, and they also increase the spreads and the price spikes up usually. So imagine having here the entry, stop loss here, and you guys would have been open inside this zone, okay? So it would have messed up the whole risk to reward thing and the whole trade, and it would have been very dangerous, because in this kind of events you can see the market pushing back up, then pushing back down instantly, and you'd have gone wiped out. So it wouldn't been enough that the price would have opened you here instead of here. It could have gone the opposite direction, take out your stop, and then that's what would have happened. So that's why I don't encourage you guys to trade news events. Even if this looks very good in hindsight here, don't get fooled by it, because you wouldn't have been able to get this trade from this breakout only if you'd have placed a trade somewhere around this level. But why would you do that if you don't have a setup? Okay, so now we have to wait and see here. But let's move to the 4-hour time frame, because the 50 minutes is a bit dangerous. And like I said, wait for the price to give you either a flag, push back up, or a consolidation, a deeper one, fill this fair value gap level, and then push back up. And the third option is that if the price continues to go up from here and it doesn't give you a setup, at some point it will push back down towards this zone, because this is your core zone, the previous area that the price corrected. So usually they like to do that. They like to push the price up and then reverse it to collect the liquidity from the previous zone where people placed their orders. So you have to watch these 2 to 3 scenarios, and also don't over risk. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel, and see you guys on the next one.